Hey, this is fun. The Ottawa Orchid Society's annual show is coming, and who better to talk about this show than the Vice President of the Society? She is here with us right now, Manon Garrett. How are you?
A little nervous, but
yeah.
okay.
Don't be nervous. We're friends here talking about flowers.
Yes.
Right? Orchid is a flower, right?
It is.
Simple as that? Okay.
Well, it's not simple. It's
No.
the largest family of flowers, actually, over 25,000 species.
25,000 species.
Yeah.
That seems to be a lot.
And counting.
Counting?
Oh, yeah, they discover new ones all the time.
Really? How do you discover a new flower?
Well, you know, you go to the jungles like in Borneo.
Yeah.
And we're talking deep jungles that
Yeah.
people don't go in very often. It's hard to get to.
That sounds a bit terrifying.
Yeah, and then, whoops, there you find one.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the Vice President. Congratulations, newly appointed as well?
Yeah, got
That's
appointed
exciting.
after last year's show.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about the Orchid Society. So you guys have been around for some time.
It started in the 70s. It was just a bunch of orchid enthusiasts that got together to exchange information because, you know, it was before the internet.
Yeah.
So where were you going to find information? You could go to the library, look at some books, but how do you grow an orchid? You get together with other people who grow them and talk about it.
So can you tell me exactly what an orchid is? Because, I mean, there's obviously so many different types of flowers. There's roses, there's daffodils, so what makes an orchid an orchid?
I'd have to go into a whole bunch of botanical stuff,
Yeah.
and we'd be here for the next 5 to 6 minutes,
Okay,
and we'd
well,
never get to the show.
That's fair enough.
But most orchids will have a basic structure. Like you can see, some of these have canes, some of these have stems.
Yeah.
You know, the leaves are different, but the flowers themselves generally have a kind of structure, the ones we have here, that you
Okay.
think, okay, they all look like this. You've got some that look nothing like this. So no, there's no way for me to really explain it quickly.
Why is it when I think of orchids, I always think of, and you can see it here, you think of the color purple?
Nope.
Is that not the most popular or?
No.
No?
No, it
just varies?
Really, it varies. If you're thinking about the stuff you see here in Ottawa, then yeah, you know, most of the flowers you see in Ottawa are these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Those
Beautiful.
are the moth orchids.
The moth orchids. All
Yeah.
right, that's interesting. So this show, okay, so there's 32nd annual show?
Yes, 36.
So 36?
Yeah.
Congratulations. I missed a couple.
Yeah,
You know, I
4.
try to attend. Okay, so obviously we've got a lot of vendors, a lot of amazing people who are orchid enthusiasts. So what can we look forward to other than all these beautiful flowers?
Well, the exhibits are going to be put on by other orchid societies from Ontario and Quebec. And the exhibits are out of this world. We're talking artistic stuff. Some of them are on trestle tables and they're over my head. We're talking groups of flowers that no one here will have seen if you've never been to an orchid show.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is just a small sample. You'll see things that you won't recognize as an orchid.
Really?
And they're all displayed in amazing ways.
Okay.
There's a fragrance displays. There's miniature orchids, you know, like this little guy. You
Yeah.
probably not see him, but
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
in
little
there.
miniature guy. There's
Miniature
even
orchid.
smaller ones. There's educational displays. We've got raffles going on too, every hour on the hour. And then, of course, the vendors.
Yeah,
We've
okay.
got 2 guys coming in from Taiwan even.
Really?
So, yeah.
So what would they be bringing in then that would be different than what you'd find here in Canada, North America?
Canada and North America. Well, the thing is, you'd have to go on the internet to order your orchids, right? And that's great, but how do you talk to the vendor? The vendors that will be here from across Ontario and Quebec will be there. And
Yeah.
you'll be able to see flowers that are not available anywhere in the Ottawa area. So you'll be able to talk to the vendors and tell them, this is what my conditions are in my house. I have a lot of light, my house is cold,
Yeah.
can I grow this?
Okay.
And they'll be there to help you.
But for vendors from across, across the ocean, basically, I mean, would they be bringing something much different to the table?
Yeah. I would think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it's worth their plane ride in
Oh, absolutely.
to inform the people about orchids from International Orchids.
Well, yes, and you know, our members are excited as well because they're going to be able to purchase things that we can't buy here most of the time.
Okay.
So pretty exciting species.
Yeah. Is it easy to buy orchids in Ottawa, though? I mean, is it a difficult thing?
It's a difficult thing. If you go to Loblaws, Metro, any of the florists, you're mainly going to get these guys.
Okay.
The moth orchids.
Yeah, and that's pretty much, so that's the
That's
most
pretty
popular
much
one?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Are orchids considered romantic?
I think so.
Yeah.
My husband doesn't give me roses.
Okay, that's a whole other conversation, eh?
Yeah, yes it is.
But if he was to give you orchids, I mean, if I was to bring orchids to my lady friend, would she be like, oh, that's the sweetest gesture ever? Like a flower's a flower,
I think
right?
so. Well, it depends.
Yeah.
An orchid will bloom again, right?
Okay.
So, I don't know. It depends on the person. Some people like lilies, some people don't.
That's wonderful. How high or tall do orchids get, certain ones?
Some can, well, take a look.
Yeah, look at that.
This is a cattleya, and
Okay.
this is how big that one is. This is another, this is a dendrobium. Some of these dendrobiums can be,
Dendrobiums.
yeah.
Sounds like an orchid from Star Wars.
Yeah, it does,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
that's exciting.
Yeah.
I like that. I excited myself there.
They come in all shapes and sizes. Some are scented, like this one. You've been probably smelling it throughout
Oh, it's a beautiful
your other
scent.
interviews. This one isn't.
Oh, so I just sniffed the wrong one. That's interesting.
None of the others are. But yeah, they come in all shapes and sizes, colors. There's one called the Dracula orchids.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, and they've got long petals.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah,
Kinda
they've got to
scary.
be seen to believe.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sure we'll find Dracula orchids in all kinds
Oh,
at this
yes.
amazing show.
Oh, yes.
We've the time, so I'm looking at 12 to 5 on Saturday.
Yes.
And a bit longer on Sunday, 9 to 5.
9 to 5,
Okay.
and there's also a session from 9 to 11 where photographers can bring their tripods on Sunday.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
That'll be a good time.
it was really popular. We started doing that several years ago, and it's really popular.
Where is this taking place? The RA
The
Center?
RA Center
Okay.
on Riverside Drive.
Okay, so this Saturday and Sunday.
This Saturday and Sunday.
Thank you very much, Manon Garrett, the Vice President.
Yes, I know.
I know, of the Ottawa Orchid Society, and their annual show is coming up this weekend. We're looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got more Daytime Ottawa coming up. Don't go anywhere.